Hello, figure skating fans. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the women's short programs and the rhythm dance at Skate America. And we're also going to recap the men's short program and the pairs short program. Welcome to my channel, guys. I'm Brian. I've been a figure skating fan since the 1992 Olympics. And finally, I decided that I would talk about figure skating. So here we are. Yesterday, we had the short programs, officially the beginning of the figure skating season. Hopefully, you guys got to watch. The pairs came out, and honestly, I was really surprised at how good the pairs came out this time. Is a stark improvement over last year's Skate America, I must say. The top three all did pretty darn good. I was a little bit surprised at the scores for Pereira and Machad, but we'll talk about that in another second or two. But I do want to recap kind of how the Americans, Plazas and Fernandez, did. Unfortunately, they had a pretty disastrous short program. They didn't even score 50 points. Double toe loops, a fall on the throw loop, a level 2 on a step sequence, a level 2 on the triple twist. It was just a lot of problems for them. I didn't think they were going to be in that top 3, but I did kind of expect to see them in the top 5. So I was quite surprised. I was really, really surprised. The British team kind of came out and did what I expected them to do. And the Italian team of Caldera and Maglio, I have to say, I was thoroughly impressed with them. I know that they didn't come out and skate the best program. They only got 52 points, which is definitely not a lot, but it is their season's best. So, we're excited for that. But especially Irma, oh my goodness, the fire in her face, the passion in which she skates. I see so much potential in this pair. I was really, really impressed at their connection with each other, their connection to the music. They do have to work on their technical stuff a lot, but I see a real promise with them. I think by the 2026 Olympics that we could be seeing something good from Caldera and Maglio. I could be wrong. I could just be seeing something in them, but that's me. Now, the surprise, well, I don't know if it was a surprise, but Martins and Bedard of America, you guys, they came out and skated a really good program. I know they only got 52.5 points, but what they did looked really nice. I was again impressed with their connection to the music, some of their skating skills I was really into. So I felt like they got kind of deep in their edges. I just enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed their program. Now the top 3, just kind of what I expected to happen. Lou and Nag came out in the 3rd place position. But you guys, 61.23 points. That was a really, really successful short program for them. They hit the triple twist, got a level 3, which it was a nice triple twist too. I mean, I think they got like +2s, +3s, +4s from the judges, which I also thought it was a high quality. The triple sows weren't the best, but honestly, they landed them, so I'm happy with that. Throw triple sow, I really want to see them increase the difficulty over the season. Maybe they could get a loop or a throw flip or something like that in, which could really bring them up. I could see them easily getting to 70 points in the next 2 years. I think these guys have the most promise of any of the young American teams. I really do, even over Cam and O'Shea. I think these guys have a lot of promise. I'm really excited to see them grow. The rest of their elements all got level 3s and level 4s, which is really good. Now the surprise, Pereira and Machad, who are known as technical skaters, you guys. They are, Leah Pereira was a single skater. Trent Machad obviously skated before, has been decently successful. There's no connection. One of the things I have with Leah Pereira is she was smiling a lot in times when I didn't really see that as the feeling of the music, and it kind of threw me off. I was like, what's this big smile for? the connection did not seem to be there, you guys. I like this team. I think they are definitely not going to challenge Stellato Dudek and Deschamps for any kind of Canadian title. I really don't think. I thought going into this season that they might, but the judges didn't see it. 63 points, just not where you'd want it to be. Level 2 on the triple twist, which they haven't really improved since last season. Kind of thought they would, but they haven't. Triple toes, which she was a single skater. He's done this before. Can they not hit a Salchow or, something else? Get those points. The throw triple loop I thought was really nice. That was the one thing that I thought was super nice in that program. But I need to see more connection with them. I need to see more connection to the music. It just wasn't hitting it for me. But you guys, Hawk and Kunkel, you guys, come on now. They came out 0.3 of a point above. They got the level 4 on the twist. If they hadn't had that issue on the Sow, I really, really, really think they would have had like 67 points. They would have been really close to 70, because everything else was level 4s. They did the throw. What did they do? Did they do a flip? I think they did a flip. Yeah, they did a throw triple flip, which the highest level of content, difficulty-wise, for 35 points technically. I think these guys are really moving up. They're going to be in that top. I think they're going to be in the last group at World Championships this year. Now, let's move on to the men, you guys. The opening quad for every guy that tried one was just, it felt like something was in the water or on the ice. Every one of them just seemed to be having some big issues. It was a tough watch, but I enjoyed some of the programs quite a bit. A couple of people came through really solidly. I was so surprised by Kevin Amos, you guys. Like, he is looking like he was looking in 2019, but we'll get there. Andras Norbeck had him and Andrew Torgashev, and Maxim Naumov and Tatsui Savoy, those four, just, I really was expecting more from Torgashev and Savoy. Yoshioka actually was the one who did what I thought Savoy would do, but we'll get there again in a second. All four of those, they looked so nervous, and it was just like lost element after lost element. I love Andrew Torgashev. I think he has so much potential, but in that program, that short program, I was loving. But you gotta hit the jumps. You gotta hit, you guys. Like, this just, he was not hitting. It reminded me of that Challenger Series or Senior B he went to last year to get his World Championship technical minimum, and it just was like, whoa, man, this was a disaster. Maxim Naumov, I thought he looked like, when he come onto the ice, I was like, wow, he looks like he's in really good shape. He looks like he's ready to go. And then he was not indeed ready for any of that. Vladimir Litvintsev, I was expecting more. That costume is horrible, you guys, that shirt. Can we talk about that shirt for a second? Like, even before I knew he was skating to Circle of Life, I was like, what is going on? And then I saw it and I was like, okay, I guess. No, I can't with that costume. I like the program. I think he's got a good shot at moving up, but he's got to hit. Steven Gogolev, I was really surprised at him, and he came out and did what he could do. 74 points for him is definitely not bad. Dennis Vasilius, same as I expected, got 75 points. Just falling all over the place. He looks so good with his haircut, but that shirt all the way down like that, I'm not a fan. Just not a fan at all. And I don't know. I need to see him really get out there and hit those jumps. Maybe take this quad sow out. If you're not hitting it, stop going for it for a little while. It worked for Jason Brown. I mean, and he had such a resurgence in his career. So I really think Dennis Vasilius could do the same thing if he can get to that point. Nika Gadze did what I expected him to do, 85 points. He came out. I kind of thought some other people would falter and he might be a little bit higher, but 5th place, honestly, is where he deserves to be in a field like this. Nozomu Yoshioka, you guys, he came out and delivered 87 points, a new personal best for him. He hit that quad toe, triple toe like nothing. It was butter. I was actually surprised, you know, at his grades of execution. I thought they could have been a little bit higher, but you know, it happens like this a lot. That triple axel was beautiful, and then he hit the triple Lutz, which I honestly was so happy that he did what he could do and did it well instead of trying to push it so much harder. You know, technical content is great, but if you can't hit, it's not worth it. And then little Shinsato, I love him so much, you guys. He came out there and did what he could do as well, and I just, wow. That quad, oh man, that quad toe, triple toe, boom. The quad flip, you know, could have been a lot better, but he went for it. And I appreciate that he went for it because he can. And so he can do the content. So going for it when you can hit is really good. And then you guys, Ilya Malinin, did you see? Okay, before the warm-up, he was there and the cameras were on him and he just kind of looked over at the camera and winked at it and just went on his way. And I was like, okay, he's feeling himself today. And whoo, was he feeling himself today. Beautiful quad toe. And then just boom, quad Lutz, triple toe. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I was really surprised that he didn't get more +3s on that. I thought it was really good, high quality, the way it came. Same with this triple axel. Like, I can't imagine when he gets his triple axel, like, not getting a level like a GOE of +4, +5. His triple axel is beautiful. It's like Kaori's double axel, but you know, whatever. It's up to the judges. He got level 4s on everything else, and you guys, his components, that's where I loved it because I saw the difference. I saw him going for stuff. I saw his stretch. I saw him trying to connect to the music more. I saw a guy who is moving up and is going to challenge for that gold medal in 2026 at the Olympics. I can feel it. His presentation scores, all between, well, I don't know, like the Belarusian judge gave him an 8.25, whereas the Georgian judge gave him a 9.25. I mean, that's a huge disparity. The French judge gave him a 7.75. I mean, that's a really big disparity. You could see some jockeying there from the judges, you know, trying to get Kevin Amos up a little bit better. Yeah, but Kevin Amos, you guys, I skipped him. I don't know how I did that. He also did a beautiful program. I think I skipped it because I wanted to talk about him last. We all knew Ilya was going to come out and do what Ilya does because that's what Ilya does. But you guys, it is October. Kevin Amos never delivers. Like, well, 2019 he did. That's the thing. In 2019, before COVID, Kevin Amos was looking like he was that bronze medal winner at Worlds. Like, he was coming out. He was like, you know, I can't be Yuzuru Hanyu. I can't be Nathan Chen, but I am going to be Kevin Amos. I'm going to mix a beautiful artistry with landing my jumps, and I'm going to be that guy. And he was looking like he was going to be that guy before COVID. And then, womp, 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 COVID happened. He kind of started having some issues, but this year, you guys, he came out and nailed that quad toe, triple toe, and I can't see. My lens just fell out of my glasses. Awesome. So we'll take those off and we'll just talk. He nailed that quad toe, triple toe, you guys, and that triple axel was nice. The triple Lutz in the second half was so nice. The way he connected to the music, all of that was just beautiful Kevin Amos. I mean, I think he got 9s in all of his components on average, which quality, definitely quality. Okay, you guys, that's a recap of the programs that have happened. Now let's talk about the programs that are going to happen today. Actually, we have all 4 happening. We have the rhythm dance happening, we have the pairs long program happening, we have the women's short program happening, and we have the men's long program happening. We're not going to talk about the men and the pairs today because we just recapped. We'll talk about them later. I don't really think there's too much to go for there. I mean, I do think that it's going to be a very similar outcome. I think I was really off. I think Kevin Amos is definitely going for that silver medal. And then Sato Inakadze and Yoshioka are probably going to be fighting it out for that bronze. So it's going to be a really interesting long program for the men. The pair short program, it's really just Pereira and Machad versus Hawk and Kunkel. Who's going to come out on top? I think Hawk and Kunkel have the advantage, but actually it's the long program, and the more I think about it, with the extra jumps and the throws, is most likely going to go to Pereira and Machad. But we'll see. We'll see who hits there. The free dance, you guys, or not the free dance, the rhythm dance is coming up today, and boy, oh boy, this field, you guys, it is stacked. I don't know who chose to go to Skate America this year, but if you chose to go to Skate America, you probably made a bad decision because this field, man, I feel like the middle of the field is so stacked, and the top of the field with Chalk and Bates, I mean, come on, Chalk and Bates, cream of the crop, world champions, world record holders, regardless of if you agree with that or not. I mean, I can't imagine Chalk and Bates being better than Virtue and Moyer. I mean, that was just too much. And then, yeah, the French team, come on. Papadakis and Cicerone, you're saying that you're saying that Chalk and Bates are better than Papadakis and Cicerone or Virtue and Moyer? Not a chance. Love them, think they're great, but those other two teams are like cream of the crop, best of the best ever. They are going to win Skate America, though, hands down, unless something bad happens, unless somebody falls and Laga, LeJoy and Laga, oh my god, I cannot say their names right now today, but wow, just having one of those kinds of moments right now. We'll cut that out, and we'll definitely so LeJoy and Laga, they are going to most likely get the silver medal here. I just don't see any of these other teams. I don't see Green and Parsons coming up and beating them. I don't see La Preva and Brassard coming up. I don't see Smart and Deke there yet. And I also don't see the Czech team, Mrazkova and Mazka. I just don't see them there yet. I don't. Mazurek, sorry. But yeah, Lim and Kwan, they could pull it out. I really do think it's going to be Chalk and Bates, LeJoy and Laga, and I don't know why I originally had probably the other Czech team, Teschlerova and Teschler. I actually think they're probably going to come out with the bronze medal. You know, there's anything can happen. I think the other Czech team has a really good shot. Lim and Kwan, Green and Parsons, we'll see. It's really going to depend on these Twizzles. It seems like these Twizzles are going to make a big difference in seeing if everybody comes out and skates cleanly. I do think it's the Americans on top, the Canadians second, and the Teschler siblings from Czech as the top three. I don't think anyone else could really challenge, but, you know, there's a chance the other Czech team, Lim and Kwan, Brown and Brown, Green and Parsons, Smart and Deke haven't shown yet that they can, but Olivia Smart is Olivia Smart, so don't put it past her to carry Tim Deke all the way to a medal finish somewhere in the Grand Prix this season. Maybe not here, but I think it could happen. And then the women short program is coming up today, you guys. Again, I think it's a pretty good field. You've got some pretty heavy hitters. You've got Leona Hendricks. You've got Isabel Lobito. You've got Hannah Yoshida. You've got Amber Glenn, Ekaterina Kurakova, Mona Chiba, Nina Petrakina, Seong Wei, Mana Kawabe, Young Yu, who I know is not Young Yu of the past, but it's still Young Yu, Claire Seo, who's been doing really, really good, and Xi Jian, like from China, who I don't think, I think that the lowest score here is like a 180 something, like the best score, which that's not bad. That is not bad in a Grand Prix. Usually you see some 150s, 160s, and things like that. So there is a lot that can happen. I mean, will Amber Glenn come out and skate cleanly? I think if Amber Glenn skates clean, she'll be in the top 4. I really do. Kurakova could probably... The judges love Ekaterina Kurakova. If she could just come out and maybe do a triple-triple and not just that little triple-double that she likes to pull out in the short program, she could do better. But honestly, with other people making mistakes, that triple-double could just pull it out as long as everything's fully rotated. I do think it's Leona Hendricks and Isabeau Levito who are fighting it out for this gold medal. Their top scores are pretty close. I think that it's like a 4-point difference, but if Leona skates like she did at the Japan Open, then I think it's probably going to be hers. If she just hits everything and comes out and skates that program. I don't love the program. I like the Vogue part. I don't know. It's not my favorite program. Isabeau's costume is hideous. She looks like a 75-year-old lady, though. I'm not really sure. Like, I feel like she should be on the, like the fancy skating thing that was going on this last week on the black ice. I feel like that costume should be there and not in like a 16-year-old, whoever is packaging this poor little girl. I mean, not little girl. I think she's got so much personality though. Like if you look at her and the way that she reacts to stuff, like she kind of has that Michaela Maroney, Sasha Cohen-y sort of. I know Michaela Maroney's a gymnast, but I don't know, she just has that vibe with her facials and things like that. So I would love to see her just get some better costuming and really kind of improve on some of that. Nina Petrikina, you guys, Mona Shiba, Xiang Wei, Mana Kawabe. I don't know where they're going to all end up, but for me, I do think Leona Hendricks first, Isabeau Levito second, Hana Yoshida third, Amber Glenn fourth, Ekaterina Kurakova 5th, and Mona Shiba 6th for the short program. I think the second group will be Nina Petrikina, Xiang Wei, Mana Kawabe, Young Yu, Claire Seo, and Shiji An. I honestly think those are going to be how the two groups lay out, who goes into the long program in the first group and who goes in the second group. But I do think Leona, Isabeau, and Hana are probably going to be your top 3 going into the long program. But who knows? I probably have something wrong. You never know. Enjoy the short programs today and the long programs today, and we'll talk again.